Hello, Angry Swede here. Just a small presentation because this is my first video. I'm a regular citizen in Sweden, paying taxes, working, doing all kinds of stuff. But now the final push is done for me. I actually thought about making a YouTube channel about news in general, both in what's happening in Sweden here and Europe, and also talk some about what's going on in the US as well. But this story kind of broke me down in pure anger, basically. And what's going on is this Swedish cop um, in Sweden that has been working for, I think it was like so far 30 years or something in the force. And this mass immigration and stuff and all the crimes going on in Sweden has really put the stress on the police, the fire department, ambulance people, or healthcare or whatever. Every system is breaking down slowly, or well, now it's going faster and faster. So this cop said 2 days ago on Facebook really what he felt, that they they were prevented basically to say this stuff to the people. Most people already knew it, but it was nice to hear finally from a cop that he fucking had enough. He couldn't take it anymore. He just had to let on off some fucking steam to let people know how it really is. And the beautiful thing about it is a lot of people and other cops even have supported his statement, and it's true. And this is not a new problem. It's a big problem now because of the mass immigration. And I think since 2014 we have taken in over 300,000 people in Sweden. And that's a lot strain on the welfare system, because we're only around 10 million in Sweden at all, and that includes people on welfare, kids in school, seniors, and yeah, not everybody is working. So of those 10 million, and I'm gonna Infowars posted this story basically the day after, or maybe it was the same day. Yeah. So the reason I'm using this is because it's in English, so people from across the world that knows English can understand it. So his name is Peter Springare, police investigator and former deputy head of the Division of Serious Crimes and Police in Örebro, Sweden. And what he posted was on Facebook. So he basically told how a week for him was, or last week. So this I have handled Monday to Friday this week. Rape, aggravated rape, assault, rape, extortion, blackmail, abuse of judicial procedure, threats, violence against the police, threats to the police, drug trafficking, aggravated drug offenses, attempted murder, rape again, extortion again, and beatings. That's a normal week for him. That is just 1 week. Just imagine have to deal with that shit every fucking day. So he gave some examples on what kind of people are doing this. The normal people that has some sort of IQ in this world knows that because of the crime rates in different areas, like rapes, murder, cars burning down, all kinds of shit have escalated so much past years. It's fucking insane. And the government is ignoring the problem And finally this cop, he had enough and said how it is. So he puts out some example names on these crimes he had. Rape, aggravated rape. Ali Muhammad, Muhammad, Ali again. And then a Christopher. Oh, it's true. It's a Swedish name. Popped up. Yeah. And he had a drug offense. Then the rest was Muhammad, Ali, etc., etc. And he also checked the crime, what country they were coming from. And he posted Iraq, Turkey, Syria, Afghanistan, Somalia, Syria, Somalia, unknown country, because many of them that comes here don't have even passports. They throw that shit away and claim they're all refugees and all that bullshit. And that made a shitstorm on the net. But people actually love this guy because he actually finally stood up to the big guys, and he's so fucking tired of it. And the sad truth is, he made a channel on Facebook, and he, in 2 days now, or since yesterday, it's almost 100,000 followers on that channel. Just in the first hour, he had 20,000 followers, and it's just going upscale, and we're not that many in Sweden either. And of course, the leftist media is jumping in and pushing fucking buttons they shouldn't push. So, to give an example, here is what Expressen in Sweden typed out. The left one here is the first one. This is the police officer, by the way. And what it says here, the racist... oh man, I gotta translate at the same time. The racist support to the police on the Facebook comment. That's the title here. And they got so many angry mails to their sites about that post, because mainly people know it's not a race crime at all. And then they changed the title to the support to the police after the post on Facebook, just to cover the tracks and how fucking retard lefties the media in Sweden is. This is Expressen, and Aftonbladet is the same with the public service. They want to hang out people that say the truth, what's going on, and if you're critical to what's going on, they hang you out as a racist right away. They have no doubts that you're a racist just because if you're critical to immigration or similar things like that, even though it's a big fucking problem. We have so many no-go zones, we have cars burning down, and just to give you an example, I listen to the radio basically every day at work, and they ask some people why they were moving from Stockholm. And this is the public service radio. And one person said, well, I had to move because it burned so many cars. And the public service people in the studio laughed at that comment. Like, how fucked up are you in the brain if you think it's funny that you have to move because cars are burning so fucking often you don't feel safe anymore? And the most sad part is, I've been following this fucking problem in all the suburbs in Sweden since like 15 years back now. And we had problems like this 15 years back in some areas in Sweden, some real bad ghettos. And the reason media have been posting it now, past I think 5 years, well, yeah, it's because of mass immigration. It's not the immigrants' fault in general, and they do it because of frustration, and they don't get a job and all that part. But when you say that, people scream racist to you because they are so fucking uneducated. basically what U.S. people have having problem with now, and that's the libtards. And yeah, I just wanted to shine some light on this story because I'm on this police officer's side, and I hate media once again screaming fucking racist just because he's telling the truth. And I worked with a guy that worked on a high security prison in Sweden. I think it was 6 years ago. He moved from Södertälje, he and his girlfriend, because every week they had cars burning down. Every fucking week. And he got tired, and he and his girlfriend didn't feel safe. And going outside when it's nighttime, that was a no-go, basically. You could not be safe enough and not secure enough to be safe to 100%. You wouldn't know if you would get jumped or whatever by a gang. And the funny part, I asked him, because he was working on, before he moved, working on a high security prison in Sweden, like mass murderers and or serial killers and even small crimes as well. And the scary thing is that he said the serial killers that have killed a few people, but those were basically a few Swedish people. He wasn't scared of them. They said hello and they know what they've done wrong and all that. They probably aren't that well in the head, basically, but yeah. But the other people, the small crime guys, they didn't even say hello or anything. And they were so late, I'm not sure what the word is for, I'm gonna say it in Swedish, labil, to do something impulsive, like stab you or whatever. And I also had to ask him, what's the truth about how the prisons looks? Is it what media says? Because media have said it for years, that no, most prisoners in Sweden are Swedish people. Well, media sees it like this way. They have membership or what do you call it, visa, whatever, that they are Swedish citizens. Well, citizenships, maybe that's the word. And I said, is that true or is it what people think? And he said, yeah, it's basically what people think. It's around 90% immigrant or people from other countries in the Swedish prison. The rest, 10%, 5-10% is Swedish people that is born here. So most people in the prison is basically some sort of immigrants. And I'm not blaming, they might have a bad life from beginning, I don't know. So I'm not judging by that, but you should also see it as a sign that something is wrong in the society. That's how I see it, and probably him too. So yeah, this was the story I was going to talk about, and this is the first story about from this channel, and my channel is Angry Swede News. And just to give you some little extra, the same day this shitstorm happened, the police chief's personal car got blown up in Sweden. I'll let you think about that for a moment. Let that sink in. So if you want to read it in English, you can search for it in InfoWars. And yeah, if I can find info about the Swedish stories in English on any sites, I will, of course, background check it in Swedish news as well, where I can find the story and all that. I know people are a bit skeptical of InfoWars, but I know this is this is a true story because I've read it all over. And the funny part is, the Swedish news didn't want to bring this story up either about this police officer. Reason why, after he did it, the police head chief basically threatens him to be silent, and people all over Sweden sent him flowers to his what do you call it, headquarters. So he got like, in a few hours he had like 60 bouquets of flowers, just to show the appreciation from the people that he actually stepped up to the corrupt fucking government and shit. And the head police chief told media they were not allowed to take photos of the flowers. Just that part makes it sound so fucking insane you can't make it up. But he actually said that you can't photo the flowers. Still though, some people, I don't know if it's police officers that work there or something, that shared photos of all the nice flowers he got in support. But yeah, this is our police chief that said that you cannot take photos of the flowers in support. And he's charged with a race crime, basically. And yeah, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work out. But that's how insane Sweden have become. You cannot be critical to what the government are doing. And the police are quitting their job early, before pension. Firemen are quitting their job. And last week, an ambulance got fucking hijacked. Or not hijacked, he got robbed. Some people called in an ambulance and faked an injury and then fucking robbed the ambulance. This is Sweden, guys. It's fucking insane. Oh my god. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will get back with more stories and my anger, basically, on different issues. Don't forget to hit the sub button and subscribe, and also leave a comment if you want to discuss. I have no problem debating about stuff like this, and I actually like talking to people about what's happening and all that. So yeah, thanks for your support, and support this guy, what was his name, Peter Springare. And yeah, see you guys on the next video.